Well, I was just out making sure the tower was affixed to the building, so it's permanently affixed, so I don't have to worry about the tower. And while I was doing that, the wife was in here going through and separating a bin full of this crap. So she's got it all separated for me, which is good. So now I just got to find a home for it. But I also have another full container of this stuff that I'm going to see if I can talk her into going through it. She really doesn't like to because it's kind of tedious. Because a lot of this stuff, if you don't know it, looks the same, and it's not. So for that reason alone, you know, like these things, for instance, I mean, they can have different centers. Right? And if you don't pay attention to it, it could be kind of a pain in the butt. Now, she's been around me long enough to understand that a lot of these are different. However, it can be nerve-wracking at times. But if I can talk her into doing the other one, then I can find a home for everything, and I don't have to worry about it. So that's what I'm going to do. The tower's secured. I don't have to worry about that. As you can see, I'm starting to get all these in place. I glued on a connector onto the front of each drawer so I know what's in it. Nuts and bolts and more connectors on this side. So we are getting there. Alright, well, I was able to talk to the wife into helping me with some of these adapters and more connectors. So, because again, these are all in one old bin, so I wanted to try to get them separated. I separated them into types, but not. See, each type has another type. For instance, this is a BNC to SO239. That's a BNC to Motorola. And BNC to a Motorola opposite side. BNC elbow to BNC. BNC-T. So basically, BNC to SO39 is a BNC dummy load. And so basically, those are all BNCs, but I also have all these BNC connectors over here that actually just go on a wire, and they're different types of way you install them. So those can also go in here. If I separated each one, I'd go nuts. Alright, do I make this a BNC to SO239, or do I make it an SO239 to BNC? You follow me? So I figure, you know what? BNC is the main here, so that's what we're going to do. So if I know that I need something that has a BNC, anything BNC in here is going to take me to it. If I need something that's going to go SO239 to BNC, well, again, it's a BNC, so it'll take me to this pile. Now I got to put a divider in so I can put those in here. So everything in this drawer will be BNC related. Now these are end connectors to SO239. These are the female end connector to a PL259. So these are all different types of adapters. Alright, this drawer here has what they call SMA connectors. SMA to BNC, SMA to SMA, SMA barrel connectors. A barrel connector is something like this, where you can connect two pieces coax together using two PL259s. Right? Now I'm not trying to confuse you, I'm just trying to give you an indication as to why the wife sometimes doesn't want to get too involved with this, because it can get striagonous at times. So I have to probably get another couple bins. I'm just trying to relate to what. I don't want to start mixing up these connectors with nuts and bolts, you know, which I've already put this in this drawer because I needed that drawer. This drawer is going to have to get changed out because that's got a lot of stuff in there for holsters. So that's not going to be in there. So for now, yeah, I'm throwing things in, but I got to just get them out of there. Over here, These are banana plugs. Banana plugs, you know, you have them where they plug in. You got the male and the females. And then they also have it where you have the cap on it. So there's all different types there. These are different sizes. These are just basic. These are different. Some of these are adapters. That's an adapter. That takes me from that one to that one. This one here takes me from a large phono jack to a small phono jack. Right. So these are all adapters. In here there's mono plugs and stereo. The stereo has a double ring on it. The mono is a one ring. So that is a BNC to SO239, or to a PL259 rather, but it's on SO239 chassis mount. So that doesn't really belong there. See if I can get this off with one hand. Come on, let's be nice. There we go. And this comes over here to these chassis plugs over here. This does not belong there. That's also another adapter. So that's going to go over here. And then we have the switches. Some are center pull, double throw, so on and so forth. Then I have tons of switches in here I still have to go through. And then there's still another 4 or 5 of these that are out there that I can probably put some of the bigger stuff in, you know, like the switches, for instance. The larger switches I can put in there. The smaller switches I'll put in one of the drawers. So, but anyway, that's what we're up against. Like I say, just trying to get it organized somewhat with some type of a system so I know what's going on. This stuff here is all cabinet stuff, so I gotta just find a home for that. So, and where are we? Let me see now. Well, I still got a bunch of lags. Still got a bunch of these screws here. I still have all this stuff. I'll probably leave a lot of this out here because I'm going to start having more room out here. There's more lags up there. There's stuff for lagging into rock. Alright, somewhere along the line the battery went dead. And because I have a bad habit of not looking through the camera, I didn't know when it went dead. So, where was I? I have no idea. I may have got this far, I don't know. But I'm finding a home and I'm starting to organize. These are more connectors and adapters that I got to bring to the other side. Because these will be in the other area. Now, a lot of this stuff with the connectors and things, a lot of that will be in the so-called radio room, the radio area. A lot of the switches will be in the area with the radios. The electrical stuff, I'm just going to leave that out here. A lot of these lights and things, I'll leave those out here. So I'm not going to have everything back there, but it's going to allow me to organize here as well now because I hope I haven't got everything jammed in out here. So that's kind of where I'm at. So we're gradually working on it. And gradually getting this done. I will end up with a couple of extra trays. I got to make a couple of dividers for here because I want to put those two things in here with that because they're related, but I don't want them to get them mixed up. So I got to put 2 dividers in here, which I haven't got, so I'm going to have to find something and make a couple dividers. The rest of this stuff, because there's only a few of them, I can put those in the smaller drawers, so I don't worry about it. Anything that's going to be large, well then I'll start using those. You know, like all these switches. The larger switches, I'll just organize them, keep them in here. Smaller switches, I'll put in the smaller drawers. I'm seeing myself getting at least one more of these kind of trays. I think that'll probably do it, to be honest with you. I may get a couple of smaller ones because again, these are all full, but this is all stuff in here that I use, again, you know, specialty nuts and bolts and things that I use if I have to make holsters and, you know, Chicago screws and stuff like that, rivets and buckles, you know. I keep coming up to these Allen screws and I keep saying, Allen screws. Oh, there's also an E-clamp in there. Anyway, but I'm going to have a couple of trays just like over here against this wall. So I may get a couple of smaller ones so I can stack them on either side of me. Or maybe one in the back over there. I don't know yet. But basically that's where we're at. So we're gradually getting there. With the wife being home, you know, it kind of helps because she takes care of a lot of this little stuff while I'm taking care of the other stuff, which is great. And then I fastened, I think I said it, I don't know if the battery had gotten dead or not, but I fastened the tower to the building, you know, permanently, so it's fixed. I don't have to worry about it, wind blowing it down. The wires are all tied in, everything's all set. The only thing I haven't done yet is hooked up the new batteries. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm sure I'll get there. There's a few other things I did. Anyway. Oh, a couple of my magazines came in from my little Beretta 32. So those came in today, which was good. I was waiting for those. I actually, I'm going to make the two dividers for that drawer, put that away, get these drawers put in place, and then I'm going to start working on finishing the birdhouse. So that's where I'm at so far. I don't mean to bore you guys with all this by no means, and you know, I appreciate you watching and leaving comments. You know, it's great company at night. You know, and it gives me other things to think about, and by me watching your videos definitely gives me things to think about. So I enjoy it, but sometimes I just put them up there to put them up there. Sometimes my kids will say, "What'd you do today?" You know, and seeing that, you know, all my family's in Florida, you know, except for one, but this is a good way for them to see. Now they don't even leave comments. They're not even logged in or channeled to YouTube, believe it or not. What they'll do is they'll either get a hold of me via email, Facebook, text, or call. All right, but they don't even get involved with YouTube. They said they haven't got time for it. You know, they said they'll go on YouTube occasionally if they got to find something, look for something, get an opinion on something, and watch my videos, but they just don't, you know, get involved with leaving comments and things, which I can respect that. So, anyway, that's it. Let me do what I got to do. I'm going to eat a Reese's Pieces. And the wife is making me a grilled cheese with tomato and bacon sandwich on 7-grain bread. So that's it. And then she's going to make some homemade chicken pot pies for dinner for us. And then she's going to make beef pot pies for the boys. So